We'll get it.
Click Instagram. You're not live on Instagram.
Yeah, Danny. Are we on Instagram or we're not on Instagram?
Nope, not on Instagram yet.
All right, hold on. Let's give it a second. What's up, everyone? As always, few technical difficulties, but I'll get Instagram. Hold on, keep the song going.
You always slack. You always slack on Instagram.
Always keep it going. Feel good. We're gonna feel good, Danny. We're gonna feel good. Hold up. Give it an extra minute. It says we're live on Instagram, Danny.
Are we?
All right. What's going on, everybody? Showing we're live. It's saying you are live on Instagram. Tap.
I don't see John Koga live.
Stream is public. Let's see. What's up, everyone? What is going on? Give me a second here. You know, when I'm controlling the devices here, we're in trouble.
I don't see John Koga. I don't see Koga.
Hold on. Let's see. It says you are live on Instagram. Let's see what we got. Let's edit this bad boy. Let's see what we got. Let's go here, guys. Give us a second. All right, hold on. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna add this stream key. 1 sec. Hold on, everybody. Let's paste that. Let's go.
We're just showing the behind the scenes live.
Yeah, we sure are.
That's it.
Hold on. Let's go back. All right, listen. We got all day, man. Let's paste this. Let's go to Instagram. Let's copy the stream key. In case you guys ever want to do your own podcast, you can learn from us.
See?
Hold on.
We teach you what not to do.
Oh shit. Hold on. Let's paste. 1 second. Oh man, you got to be kidding me. All right, let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Guys, hold on. Instagram stream key. All right, we're good. Let's save it. Save the changes. We should be live now. Give it a second, Instagram. We're coming.
Give it a second.
We're
I'm not seeing anything.
All right, this is coming. You are live, it says. Hold on. Let's try it again.
I'm not seeing anything.
I'm going to try it again. Copy. Let's go back to this. Oh, we love the bloop. Are we good or not yet?
No, not yet.
All right, let's go back to our bloopers. Here we go. Let's edit this. Boom. Let's go here.
Nope.
We're gonna get it. Hold on.
What you doing your podcast today? Oh, we talked about how to go live on Instagram.
This is showing that.
That's weird.
It's saying save changes. There's the stream key, man.
Because here's you, and you don't have a little live thing on you.
Bear with us, guys. Bear with us. Let me edit again. Let's go here.
Let me swipe out and go back in.
Kfit
maybe it's all about the swipe.
Nope, don't remove it. Cancel. That's Koga Fitness. Kfit Talk. Boom. Season 8. We got it. Remove this. Let's try it again. If you need to change the stream, let's remove it. Let's try it again.
Let's remove it and try it again.
Bear with me, guys. We got to get our Instagram peeps on. Hold on.
Get our Instagram people. Like we like they're important too.
I know it.
IG is important.
Edit. Paste. All right. Save changes. Let's see.
And we can do the dance.
All right. Let's see. Try it now. Mia, sit tight, Mia. This is why we talk fitness, food, life, and fun.
We're professionals here.
Are we on? What's going on?
No. I don't see it.
It keeps saying we are live.
Okay. Well, we might just have to forget about Instagram. I don't know.
Let's see. All right. We're going to give it another minute. Try it again.
Okay. Let's try it again. I keep refreshing. I got Brittany on.
Hold on.
I'm Brittany, bitch.
Hold on. I'm going to give it one last whirl because I'm an optimist here. I got
Yes. We don't like to quit. We're not quitters. We're not quitters.
Post. Let's go here.
Oh, y'all
here.
Tammy's on Facebook watching.
Remove this destination. Guys, are you guys on the podcast? Just give us 1 second. You guys listening to these shenanigans, all right?
If y'all are wherever you guys are watching, type in
here.
Where you watching us from.
Where
you're watching the shenanigans.
All right, let's try it again. Save. Boom. Start time.
Boom.
All right, we're 4 minutes into this. So see if it went on. Did it go live?
I don't see live.
All right, Instagram. Hold on. Let me go back here. Let's go live. Hold on. We're going to get it. We're going to get it.
Up,
Check.
up, at that.
Woo. All right. Did you
Focus
get it?
Fitness is live on Instagram.
All right. Hallelujah. What's
Hey,
going on, everyone?
Okay,
Now I
well,
look
that was
like,
a great show. Talk to y'all later.
now I look like I'm on a delay. Danny, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, what's going on? Listen, guys, let's get to it. Enough is enough. I got to take my goggles off. Listen, for those of you first time logging in to the broadcast, welcome to the broadcast. My name is John Koga. I'm here with my partner in crime, Danny K. I'm up here in Long Island, New York at the Koga Kfit Studios. All right, Danny's down there in Westminster, Maryland. We got a great broadcast today. You guys are going to absolutely love our guest today, our special guest today, because I think everybody can learn something from this and take something away and benefit from what she's going to have to offer and give us. All right, and the knowledge we're going to learn. So if you're first time listening, thank you for your patience with our introduction there, because my producer is called in sick today, and they left me to handle all the button pushing, and I obviously don't know how to push buttons. But either way, thank you for sticking around for the broadcast. That's what makes this broadcast so fun. It's just us kind of just doing what we do. All right,
It's live.
We're going to talk fitness, food, life, and fun. Make sure you guys share this on your social media pages. Make sure you follow us on your social media page. And more importantly, make sure you subscribe on that podcast, Spotify, Apple Music. So you guys go to Kfit Talk, hit subscribe. It's free. Free is in your budget. We've opened up with the Gorillas Feel Good song, because by the end of this broadcast, you're going to be feeling good, or you can learn how we can get you guys away from your chronic pains and teach you guys how to make that mind and body connection, as we always talk about on the Kfit Talk podcast. Let's bring her in. First, let's bring in Danny K. Without any further ado, we're going to bring our Danny K in from Danny K Gym and Wellness, best #1 gym down there in Westminster. All right, Danny. So what do you got going on, Danny? Talk to us about how your day's going, how your week went, and what's going on down there in Danny K Gym and Wellness.
God, do you really want to know how my day is going? I don't complain, but can I just vent?
Go ahead. Please do. Please do.
So, I mean, it starts off with I'm trying to hurry up and skedaddle out of the house, because I've got like this little bit of a time frame after Justice eats to when she like goes to the bathroom. And I thought I got it. I got it all right. I'm like doing my thing, and I come back to the door. There she is at the bottom of the stairs, and I'm like, this doesn't look good. I look up at the top of the stairs. She has pooped at the top of my stairs, but she was trying to make it. She was trying to make it to the door. Okay, love you, smooches. So rush. I'm like, okay, God, you're testing me, and I'm going to win this challenge. I'm gonna win this test. I got this. Okay, I got this. So, and then I get to the gym, and I'm like, okay, everything is good, blah, blah, blah. Some guy, one of my members comes in and says, hey, I owe you back money. Like, I finally got my card squared away. Like, so now, hey, I got money, right? Money came in, right? Manifested that shit, right? Okay, things are going good. Well, then I got on a call, and I wanted to do something with my retirement investments. Okay.
Look at you. Wow.
And I get Abdul, where I pushed English and I don't understand what he was saying. And I'm okay with that. But when I'm talking about my money, I want to make sure you understand what I'm doing, and I want to understand what you're doing with my finances, right? So I started getting like a better, like slow. He was slowing it down. It was, great. Nice. Perfect. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, then I couldn't verify myself because I didn't know what my account was, what my account number was. Like, so I was basically not Danny Knight. So, but I gave him all the other information. I gave him where I live. I gave him my social. I gave him my full, complete government name that y'all know I don't like. I told him when my mom died. I told him what my mom's name was.
Your bank accounts are empty.
I've been living in this house. Like, I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? He was like, well, you got to answer 4 out of 5 questions. You haven't answered any of them. And I was just like,
oh man.
So then I just went off about
I can relate.
Other things. Illegal UFOs and all that stuff.
All right.
And I hung up on him. Boy. So I called my insurance. He even asked me what my insurance agent was. I was like, Irvin Johnson. Magic Johnson. I love him. But So, and I call him and he's like, Danny, I got you. He gave me all the information. I call back and everything is squared away. Okay. The
Good.
rest of the day is going to be amazing
It is because we have a great guest coming on,
because we have a
and
great guest.
we're
I'm
gonna put that
excited.
we're gonna put that behind us. We are at season 10, Danny, episode 8.
What?
Season 10,
What?
episode 8. All right, listen, I know you guys are sitting on the edge of your seat here because I
Who
know
is
you guys
who is the guest,
love when
John?
we I know we got a great guest. All right. So here we go. I don't want to misinterpret her and read her title because
Oh dear.
it
She fucking
sounds
positive.
important and she is
Sounds.
important.
It
All right, so
sounds
guys,
important.
listen. All serious aside, listen. Chances are everybody that's listening to this podcast right now has some kind of pain, chronic pain, acute pain. We're gonna more specifically, I think we're gonna talk about chronic pain today. And everybody, that suffers from pain knows that it's debilitating, physically, mentally. I know before I had my surgeries done on my hips, I was like, reaching for every little ledge I can as I'm walking through stores and trying to put my Happy John Koga face on, and it's tough, to live with pains, anxiety, and stress. We've had it a million time conversations about it on this. But we're going to take a different approach today on the Kfit Talk podcast. All right, and we have a specialist coming on right now that is going to talk to us about how we can do this more naturally and homeopathically speaking. And she's going to come on, and she's highly regarded up here in New York. She has a great following. She's also an instructor, a group fitness instructor, which she'll get into. So she can relate to a lot of the body's movements that we do as fitness enthusiasts. It's good to know, like, when you go to like a chiro or this or that, and they've never worked out a day in their life, they've never done a class, they've never personal training with somebody, they've never taken a spin class. Well, this person actually has, and it's good to know that they know our body's mechanics, our movements, and what might possibly be can be causing us this chronic pain. All right, now there's a lot that goes into it. I don't want to steal her thunder, whether it's diet, whether it's nutrition, whether it's mental stress, which we talk about a lot on this program, making a mind and body connection. All right, so I think it's going to tie all the stuff that Danny and myself have talked about throughout the years on stress and on chronic stress. As a PT, I like to talk about different remedies and modalities for getting rid of our stress and whatnot. But you're going to hear it today, where I really believe you guys are going to want to reach out to her after it's all said and done, because I know she does online stuff as well, Danny. All right, so
Awesome.
sit back, guys. If you have any comments, please drop them. I know we're going to try to monitor them. We'll make sure we'll get her information across the screen. So if you guys have to reach out to her and follow her, we'll plug all her socials and her website. All right. So this, guys, this is her name is Mia Khalil. All right. She is a integrative NLP coach for those that specializing in chronic pain recovery. For those of those that don't know what NLP stands for, it's neuro linguistic programming. Shit sounds important right there. I'm listening. All right. And I'm joking. All right. She's a wonderful, beautiful person inside and out. And we're going to go over a bunch of topics today that define chronic pain, what fits in the chronic pain category, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We're also going to talk about MBS, which is mind body syndrome. Many of you might not even heard of it. You're going to learn something today, guys. So sit back. Okay. Make sure, like I said, you drop let us know where you're watching from and listening from. And let's bring her on, guys. This is Mia Khalil. You're going to love her. I'm going to sit back. As I like to say, I'm going to shut the hole under my nose. I'm going to learn something, and we're going to have a good time with this broadcast today. Mia, it's your stage, baby. Take the stage, Mia. Give us an introduction and join the broadcast. How we doing?
You guys, how cool is this? We started with justice, retirement, Abdul, and UFOs. I could not compete with that.
She listens. She pays attention. That's a good thing.
Pays attention to detail. I love it.
Holy moly. I'm
Yes.
going to try my best. But
it's yours. Take it away, Mia. Take it away.
Remember, with this accent of mine too, I might add to the level of
That's nope.
fun on this broadcast. So if you have questions,
Listen, Mia, hold on. There's nothing worse than a Long Island accent. So your accent sounds intelligent and sexy.
I
Okay,
mean, yeah, hers does sound intelligent. Yours, I don't know about yours.
so
Son.
let's not
I still tell you to
be
slow down. I
confused
don't
here.
understand what you're
All right,
saying.
you speak beautifully. And Mia, tell us about yourself. It's your stage. Take it away. It's all you.
Thank you so much, John and Danny. It's amazing to be the same space as the two of you. So first, before I start, I want to tell people that I knew John. I took John's class. Maybe it was 15 years ago.
Wow.
And those those nights were kick-ass workouts. And he, taking those classes, it was inspiring, it was amazing, it was building my body, it was building my soul, it was building my energy, it was really amazing, John. So thank you for the legacy that you leave for in the fitness industry. Danny, I do not have any personal experience with you, but I'm pretty sure you're doing the same thing over there in Maryland. So
even
trying.
Yeah, even better.
I'm very grateful to be here with the two of you. So yeah, I've started my fitness the fitness journey. I was 16. I started teaching ballet for little girls at age 16. And I never stopped. I never stopped going to the gym. I never stopped trying new things. I've been a spinning instructor for, I'd say, 12 years, 13 years. So I'm at the gym. I'm familiar with how we feel as athletes. And I'm going to use this word athletes intentionally. Because if you are taking care of your body, if you are at the gym, if you are working out, you're an athlete. You don't need to compete to be an athlete. You don't need to win races. You don't need to do any of that. You need to be intentional about keeping your body fit and healthy. So I love to be in the presence of athletes, and I love to also empower athletes. So today we're talking about pain, chronic pain, persistent pain, and what is the difference with acute pain. I want to start with all pain is real. So all pain is a real experience. There is nothing that is in our heads. So when we start talking about mind-body connection, mind-body syndrome, people could probably think, oh, you think my pain is in my head. No, it's not. All pain is real. All pain is in the body. So we're not saying your pain is not real. I like to say this out loud and before we start, so no one feels that their experience is not validated. It sucks. It's dense. I've been in pain. I know what pain is. And it's not in my head and it's not in anybody's head. My story. So what led me to actually want to work with pain? I struggled with chronic persistent pain for almost 7 years.
Wow.
I had back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain. And at some point it was debilitating. To a point where I couldn't even brush my teeth. The very simple fact to just bend over lightly over the sink to brush my teeth was excruciating. Needless to say, it was hard for me to wear my shoes, to tie my shoes. And I did see a lot of doctors. I saw specialists, I saw chiropractors, I did many rounds of physical therapy. I did yoga, hot yoga, massage therapy. I changed my diet. So I switched to a vegan diet. I started swimming because I heard that swimming, being in the water, is good for the body, good for pain. I did the melt method. If anybody is familiar with the melt method, is really mostly stretching and rolling over foam roll. I did it all. And I was told by surgeons and specialists and back orthopedists that I could not heal, that it could only get worse, that I would qualify for surgery once the pain is unbearable. So that was the diagnosis and the prognosis. Pain management after seeing a pain management specialist, because I had to also do injections in my spine. For those who are familiar with those,
Yeah.
I was instructed to not doing any high impact exercises. I was instructed to stop lifting weights and also stop holding my purse.
Wow.
I was a fit guru. I was like
Wow.
in an amazing shape otherwise. In my early 40s, my prime, a young mother of two young kids. And this is what I've been told by doctors. So it was not a good experience. 7 years, I would wake up in the morning, guys, and the first thought that would come to my mind, I cannot wait for this day to be over. That was my reality. So for those who want to just see what my MRIs have shown, I've posted those on my website, because it's important to understand that I did have damage to my spine. I had, and I still have, probably now is worse because I'm that much older, a disc disease, disc bulge, impingement of nerves, diffuse disc degeneration in the spine and the cervical spine. I have a whole cocktail of dysfunctions in my spine. With all this, I did read Dr. Sarno's book, Healing Back Pain. And this book I read over a weekend. And by the end of the book, I was pain-free.
Wow.
Let me say that again. 7 years of chronic pain, having injections, physical therapy, chiropractor, being told I'll never heal, being told I need surgery, being told this is my reality, I need to be at grip with it. 2 days after reading this book, my pain vanished. I was able to sleep with no pillows and wedges and all that good stuff that we put in bed. I was able to sit on any chair. So I ditched the special wobbly chair I had to work because I was told maybe my core needed strengthening and all that jazz, right? So I ditched that. I had an inversion table. For those who know what that is, you hang upside down. You give your spine a good stretch. I mean, it's was proven to do a great job. It didn't for me. So I ditched all this. And I was pain-free. How is that possible? So, of course, it sounds like a miracle, and it really was. But at the end of the day, I was able to understand that the manifestation of this pain in my body for 7 years was mostly related to childhood trauma, repressed anger, fear, anxieties. And it was what we call today due to the mind-body syndrome. So today we know that there is such a thing as a mind-body syndrome, and it is reversible. We can heal from it.
Wow.
And it has now, the new research has shown that most people, if not all, have some kind of a degeneration in their spine as early as age in their 20s. And we did a lot of research, and we did MRIs on spines of asymptomatic people, that people with no pain, asymptomatic, no pain, from ages 20 to ages, I think, mid 80s. All of them had stuff going on in their spine, no pain. So we came to the conclusion now, the new paradigm is degeneration of the spine is expected, it is normal, it is like wrinkles, might be ugly to look at, not painful. So if you hear, yes, the cause of your pain is this, most likely it's not true. And I say most likely, and we have a way to determine, because there will be cases of extreme, there will be cases of maybe some pain is warranted. And by warranted, I don't mean the other pain is not warranted. I mean, it doesn't have to be there. It is there. It doesn't have to be there. And I'll go through some examples for people to wrap their minds around what am I talking about and what kind of pain is that. So I'll give you one cool example. Systematic pain for me, 7 years, right? At some point, my mother, who lives in Canada, invites me with the kids to go see her. And I say, okay, I'm going to go. I accepted, even though I was in pain. And it was so difficult for me to travel with children, divorced. So all the responsibilities on my shoulders. I decided to, you know what, I'm going to go spend a week with mom. And I did. I sleep in her. She gave me her room. First morning, I wake up, it's 9 o'clock. I'm like, what the hell? Where's the pain? The pain used to come every day at 4 in the morning, wake me up. I had to go move around and go back to bed. Never was I able to really sleep in. No pain. First thought, what mattress does she have? I want to. I found it. That is the mattress.
Any answer we want.
Any answer. And the whole week I did not get pain. The whole week I did not get pain. Remember, I have the same spine, same degeneration, same
Right.
what I was told. No pain. It didn't occur to me. For the first time in many years, I feel supported. I have community. I have love in my life.
Wow.
I'm not alone taking care of my kids. I belong. It didn't occur to me. The only idea that came to my mind, I have no back pain because of the mattress.
Right.
And I came back to Long Island. First order du jour, buy my new mattress. Did it work? No, of course it didn't. Of course it didn't. And I did not understand. I could not understand. I could not wrap my mind around what happened that week. Another cool experience I'm gonna also give you to explain what that and how it manifests, what that pain is, how it manifests. I told you I was divorced, and at some point the story I was telling myself, I'm a strong woman. I don't need the partner. I can do it on my own. I raise my kids. I bring in the money. I don't need help. I don't need support. That was the mantra or the story.
Right.
I can travel alone. I don't need a partner to travel. So I book myself a travel. I go to an adult only resort because I'm done with kids, right? On my travel, I want to be free of kids.
Well, when you're vacationing, absolutely, right?
Right?
No
I
kids.
did not know that the adult only was couple only. Everything I saw in my face was couples hugging, couples being together. I kid you not. I spent 5 days in this resort. I could not move. I was crippled. I could not sit. I could not stand up. I could not go swim. I was walking like a 95-year-old. What I was thinking in my head, I have a flare up. Maybe it's the humidity. Maybe it's the weather. Maybe it's too hot. Maybe it's the food. All the songs that people sing to themselves. At the end of this day, I couldn't wait to go home because I was so uncomfortable. I was dreading sitting in the plane thinking there is no way I can make it back home. This was in Mexico. As soon as the cab picked me up, I sit in the back, no back pain. No back pain. What happened? I was away from the story that I'm alone because subconsciously I did need a partner. I did want love. I did want support.
Absolutely.
I really craved this, as all humans do, right? But I didn't allow myself to acknowledge that. And the pain was so tremendous. It distracted me from thinking you're alone. You don't have that. And it's a high-end resort. So people were celebrating anniversaries there.
Right.
Wow. Nice. Wow.
In my face. And I couldn't walk. I could not walk. I literally, if I had a cane, I would have used it. Mid-40s.
Wow.
Looking amazing, can't walk. So this is how this mind-body syndrome manifests. It is real pain. Usually it attaches itself to areas in the body that are legal, meaning they're compromised. The people would believe. So I've heard about back pain, degeneration. I grew up, my dad had 2 back surgeries. that
Right.
I believe were due to the mind body syndrome. So in my family, one other thing, you start to think, oh, maybe it's genetic. It's not. It's
Yeah.
just
Right.
because you've seen a parent suffer with it, because it became something that you accepted, you agreed to, then this is where the brain is going to latch on. Now,
Right.
if in your family your mom struggled with carpal tunnel, you might, if this is the case, if you are prone to mind body syndrome, it would probably latch on to your carpal tunnel.
Interesting.
It could be also very symbolic. So, shoulders for me, I kept saying when I would call my family, I hold the weight of the world on my shoulders.
Yep.
That was something I used to say. I'm holding everything on my shoulders. I'm holding everything. Indeed, my shoulders hurt tremendously. I ended up having two shoulder surgeries.
Right.
So I'm gonna
Well,
take a pause.
if I can say something, like what you're saying is it's like manifesting, right?
Exactly.
You're
Yeah.
Yes,
manifesting
Danny's
yes,
big on
that
manifesting.
pain, right? Whatever you put out is what you get back. So if you're saying, I hold the weight of the world on my shoulders, you're telling the world that you're manifesting weight on your shoulders. And that just in and of itself is making everything that much more heavier. So that connection with the mind and the pain, I mean, it makes sense.
yes,
Like everything
it
that you're
does.
saying makes sense. Whatever you,
Yes,
because if you, my mom used to say, whenever she had a little cold or whatever, it was just like damn allergies, and she'd keep going. Because if you tell yourself you have a cold, oh, you feel bad, and the more and more you keep telling yourself you have a cold, the more and more you keep telling yourself you feel bad, you're home in bed and you're way worse in sick mode than what you really actually are, because you've made
absolutely.
yourself sick, right?
Yes, yes,
So, yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
And you know what makes it worse? What makes it latch on for many years? A few things. A few things work like clockwork. If you fear it, so if there is a big fear attached to the symptom,
Wow. Wow.
if there is a huge fear, like this will end my life, I won't be able to work, this will, I'll be crippled, I'll be, so the fear factor. Second thing is avoidance. So you start avoiding doing
Yep.
things. The more you avoid, the more you're signing a contract with your brain that this area is damaged.
Wow.
The
Yep.
brain, in return, to protect you, because
Yep.
it believes it's damaged, is going to send you more pain so you don't move it. So
Exactly.
we said fear, we said avoidance, and obsession about it. When you keep thinking about it day in and day out, you want to figure it out, you obsess about it.
Yep.
It also signs a contract with your brain that this is very dangerous.
I
We
love that.
need to get rid of this. And the brain doesn't know how to talk to you. If it did, it would. It sends pain signals. This is how the brain gets your attention.
Wow.
Yeah. If it could talk to you, it would. But that is the way your brain, your body talks to you. There is no other way. It's through pain signals.
That is, oh my God,
Yeah.
Mia, you explained that like that was just beautifully
Yeah.
explained beautifully. So Mia, let's wow, I'm trying to absorb all this in. It's like a vicious cycle, so to speak,
Yes.
when it comes
Yes.
to
Yes.
I love the way you said you make a contract with your brain. That's brilliant.
Yes.
I've never heard that done before. I absolutely love it. And I think everybody can relate to that. It's almost your body fixates on something. And when we do this stuff, Danny knows this like as well as as anybody else. When we talk about the oxidative stress that we get, we put on ourselves self-inflicted oxidative stress, not arteries clogging and tightening because of McDonald's every day, but because of the fear, the obsessions, the
Yes.
fixations that
Yes.
we put on ourselves when it comes to, and
Yeah.
inevitably the body spits it back, for lack of a better phrase, at us in the terms of pain.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. And now I'm sitting back, Danny. Feel
Yeah.
free to
Yeah.
interject because
Well, I mean, it's like I said, like it's manifesting. You know what I mean? Like
Danny's
if you
favorite word,
start
by the way, Mia.
if
She
you
loves it.
start thinking that you're healthy and everything is easy and it's light, and you're going to, that's what you're, that's the contract you're going to be making with your
Yes,
body, right?
yes.
I love it.
And
So it's whatever you speak about, you bring about. So if you're
yes,
bringing about all kinds of pain and trauma and all this stuff, you're going to keep getting that, and your body is just going to. I have, a couple of friends of mine that are in chronic pain constantly, and I'm like, stop talking about it. The more you talk about it, you're bringing it about. You got to get moving. You got to make sure you're drinking your water. There's certain things, certain, supplementations that I have available for them. Try it. What do you got to lose except for
Right,
the pain? Or do you
right.
just like sitting there bitching about it? You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like some people just like sitting there bitching about it. And I mean, it's with anything, like you said. I mean, it's like relationship wise, job wise, pain, like body pain wise, brain, everything is whatever you're speaking about, you're bringing about to your body. And
yes.
whatever you want, you have to speak about. You can't wait for that to happen, because you bring about what happens to your body by speaking it.
Before you interject, I want to just say something. So, guys, I know many of you might be listening right now and hearing this, and I know you guys. I'm getting texts and it's blowing up, fascinated. But there's a word that I want to put into this conversation that needs to be spoken, because unless you've walked in somebody's shoes with significant, debilitating pain, there's a word that popped right into my head. It's because the term is called desperate. You become desperate for
Yes.
any relief. You become desperate times cause for desperate measures. Okay. There's an old saying.
Yeah.
And before we're done with this podcast, Mia is going to explain to us how do we address this. So yes, I was desperate. Somebody could have told me go in the backyard, juggle bananas, kick a can, drink a shot of freaking kerosene. And when you're desperate, you are willing to look for any exit ramp to
Yes.
relieve your pain. So Mia,
Yes.
talk to us please about, and Danny, I'm glad you brought that up because I've lived this. I have.
Yeah.
Had I known, I knew Mia from years from my gym, and I spoke to her. It's crazy because I spoke to her right after my freaking surgeries, and I'm like, why didn't I have me? But it's happening for a
Right.
reason. Mia,
Yeah.
talk to us.
Yeah.
How do we address this, and continue on with your philosophies, and how are you going to make people better? What do you have for us? Go. It's all you. I'm loving this.
I love this word desperate because we do become desperate. We become desperate because we're limited. We're limited in what we can be, what we can do, and what we can have. We live less than a life, so we can't fulfill our potential. We're not the partner we want to be. We're not the parent we want to be. We're not the
Right.
friend we want to be. We're not the human we want to be. We're not the worker we want to be. We're not the boss we want to be. We're constantly juggling with limitation. We also become controllable.
Wow.
I'm going to say this again.
Wow.
When we're in pain, we're controllable. This is when we don't have enough juice to stand up for ourselves. We don't have enough juice to think for ourselves. We don't have enough juice to make things happen. We're disempowered. This is what pain does. And this desperation also isolates us because we're so
Yes.
desperate that we don't want to show it. We don't want to be around people. It's embarrassing. It's
Irritable.
embarrassing to talk
Yeah.
about day in and day out. We don't choose to be in it. This is not anybody's choice. So I want to respect every person who's in pain because you did not choose this. You don't want this. No one does. No one does. Now, how do we get out of this? For us athletes, I'm gonna bring up something that usually starts. It starts in the same manner for us athletes. It starts usually at the gym after a workout. I overdid something. I lifted too heavy. I got in, and sometimes we get an injury. Let's say I ran a marathon, I got injured. So it starts with maybe an injury or maybe with a rough workout. What happens is, I'm going to explain the mechanics. Every injury heals. So if you got an injury and after 3, 4, 5, 6 months it still hurts, it's still not healed, there's something wrong here. We have to start looking elsewhere. It's not the body. The body has healed. If you had a surgery, let's say you fixed a ligament, you fixed a tendon, you fixed whatever, 6 months in it, you still in pain. There's something wrong here. Your body healed. The body does not know how to not heal.
Right.
Cut yourself. Cut yourself. Does it know how to not heal?
Right.
Unless you have some, and there are things that this doesn't include. If you have cancer, if you have a fracture, if you have an infection, clearly we're not talking about those cases. But the body does not know how to not heal. The body is designed, programmed, created with a healing, self-healing program. I mean, cut yourself and look at it. It doesn't know how to not heal. What we need to do is trust, first of all, that our injuries will heal. Stop fearing. So I see this a lot in people who go to the gym. They get an injury, they're crippled with fear. Oh, I won't be able to do this. Oh, this is gonna set me back. Oh, and they become to obsess about this injury. They become more, they're in the way of healing. They don't let their bodies heal, right? They're completely obsessing and fearing and worrying. And Dr. Bruce Lipton, I love to bring him up here. He's the grandfather of epigenetics. He said, your biography will become your biology.
Wow.
Your biography will become
Wow.
your biology. Be careful. Be careful of the story of your life. Story of my life. Be
Yep.
careful what story you tell yourself.
Exactly. What you put
Yes.
out, you bring about. I love this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do you get out of it? First, you have to get a diagnosis, because if you have a sore throat or if you have a cold, they're not treated the same manner, right? Give antibiotics to someone who has a cold, they won't heal. So you need the right diagnosis to get the right treatment. If you're struggling with mind-body syndrome and you start to treat it with physical therapy, chiropractor, injections, you're treating an area that is not injured. You're creating your injury. You're signing the contract. You're crippling yourself. I remember that I would walk out feeling more in pain after reading my MRIs. The doctor would look at it, they would read it, they would give me the diagnosis, they give me the script for physical therapy. I would walk out of there with more pain. Why? The biography became my biology. So over treating a body part that is not injured will install pain there. Does it mean I should never go to physical therapy? No. Sometimes it's helpful. So let us discuss when it's not helpful. If you had surgery, if you had an injury, please go do your treatment, take your medication, do your physical therapy, do your stretches. If this came about, I sneezed and my back spasmed and I can't do anything anymore since this sneeze, there's something wrong there, right?
Right.
I was able to run 40 miles the next day. I became crippled, and this is lasting for 5 years. There's something wrong there. If you're injured yourself while doing something, you're gonna feel it while you're doing it. I can power lift, no problem. I go home the next day, I'm crippled. That's bullshit.
Right.
If you have a bad shoulder, bad back, bad knee, back hip, it should hurt while you're doing the movement. Imagine you have a fractured knee or fractured femur, whatever. Can you walk on it? No. Consistently. You're not going to be able to walk and run, and the next day it will hurt.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So please, let's debunk this. My body didn't like what I did 2 days ago. Let's debunk this. Yes, you can be sore. We all know what soreness feels like, but you're not going to flare up in a chronic pain type pain from a workout that you did 2 days ago. Because if you did have a bad back, it wouldn't allow you to do the workout that you do. So anything that flares up 2 days later, after I'm done, right? This red flag. Another red flag. I can't sit for a long time. I have to put my timer. I have to stand up and move around. If I sit too long for over 20 minutes, I lock up. There is an issue there.
Yeah.
There is an issue. Why can you sit for 20 minutes if there is something really wrong? Because we start to create all kind of stories, right? It's because after a certain time, or because we start to visualize our joints, and we start to believe the story that 18 minutes is good, but 19, no. 20 is too
Right,
long.
right, right,
Right?
right.
Red flag, right? Red flag. If you cannot sit anywhere, but you go to the movies, you sit for 2 hours, you forget about it, you go, oh my God, my back didn't hurt here. Red flag. If you can go dancing all night long, but you cannot go on the treadmill, red flag.
Right.
If your pain flares with weather changes, clouds, humidity, red flag. These things are harmless. They act like triggers. And the difference between a trigger and a real thing is that a trigger only act for some people. It doesn't act for others. Meaning clouds hurt some people. Clouds are harmless for most humans. Red flag. That's a trigger. That means your brain has associated clouds with pain. It will bring it up consistently. So it's difficult for you to wrap your mind around it.
Yeah.
But clouds hurt because every time there are clouds, I'm in pain. Yes, because
Right.
you have a neural connection there. It's
Yeah.
like Pavlov's dogs.
Yeah.
Ring the bell, you'll salivate.
But and it's like with rain. Like a lot of times people say, "Oh, I'm in a shitty mood because it's raining."
Right?
No, you've conditioned yourself
Yes.
to think
Thank you.
because it's raining, you need to be in a bad mood.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's not causing your bad mood. You were
Yes.
choosing it to cause you to have a bad mood.
Sometimes
A friend of mine used to always say it's liquid sunshine. That's what it is. So again, you think about liquid sunshine that makes you smile. That doesn't give you a mood, right? A negative mood. But if you're like, oh fuck, it's raining again. Jesus God, that's where you're gonna be, right? But if you think, oh, liquid sunshine, like even when you say liquid sunshine, you smile.
Sounds good.
So like it sounds better, right?
true.
It's
And
so true.
maybe it started that you felt a lot of emotional pain while it was raining one time.
Right.
So this is how the
Connected.
brain makes connections. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, but it does make connections. My sister had a phobia of dogs, major phobia. She could not, like, she could really go into a panic attack if she sees a dog across the street from her.
Wow.
And after doing hypnosis treatment, she was able to connect. She was yelled at severely. I mean, we grew up in a household that Middle East, right? It was Middle East style. kids get really disciplining, like a
Yeah.
boot camp disciplining. So she was being disciplined harshly while the dog was barking. And once she understood where the connection was made, she was able to release it. So perhaps on a rainy day, you experience a deep trauma. It could be.
Yeah.
Because when we're feeling this deep emotional pain, the body is going to look for what is causing this.
Right.
And the brain collects data. It's raining, it's dark, it's loud, and it's gonna lump it together as
Well,
one.
even like when we change, when we go like
Clocks.
the clocks, the change. I'm like, how old are you? We've been doing this every year for how many years? Like it
Yeah.
shouldn't affect you like that. Why is it affect? Because you're taught from
Yes.
your parents that the clock changed. They'll say that, then you've learned, and you'll say that same thing. Does it really affect you? Do you really know and understand that it affects you in that way? No. You know what I mean? Yes, it gets darker sooner now. And it is kind of depressing, but we say that to ourselves all the time. It
That's
is
true.
what it is, right?
That's true.
It's raining that causes depression. Like, well, because we've heard other people say, or we've heard mom or dad or aunts and uncles or whatever say,
Right.
oh, it's raining. It puts me in a bad mood. I'm so depressed because it's raining. I'm depressed because it gets darker sooner. I mean, we've been doing this for how many years of our lives? Like,
Yes.
it shouldn't affect us like that. Yeah, it's a little shitty that it gets darker soon, but that shouldn't affect your whole entire mood for 3
Right.
months.
Yes.
I almost feel like it's a. I might be wrong. I'm not a clinical psychologist. I almost feel like it's a form of a PTSD, Mia. Like with a lot of this stuff. No, or am I wrong? Is it a different?
There is PTSD attached to things, but back to what Danny just said.
Go ahead.
If changing the clock, rain and darkness creates depression, then every human should experience that.
Every
Wow.
human.
Wow.
Every human.
But we get pissy about it, or we don't like it, or it's a different change.
Wow.
But not every human, exactly.
Wow.
Not every human goes through those things.
Yes.
I love that. That right there in and of itself is an eye opener. You said like the
Yes.
clouds should, if it causes you to feel
It should
pain,
cause
then it should
everybody.
cause
Yeah.
everyone to feel pain.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's something we're connected to. I love
So
that.
this is how you help yourself diagnose yourself.
Okay.
Ingest poison, you're gonna die, and everybody will, right?
Period.
It's a
So
no-brainer.
listen, we honestly we could have kept this podcast going for 3.
We need
10
to have her back, dude.
No, we definitely are. But I want to make
Like,
sure before I want to make
part
sure.
two.
So I want to Mia. So let's get to listen. It's very important that we promote your services here because I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to play this and listen to this. I want to get a few. I want to get a few plugs, as they call it, in for Mia because Mia, I just want and Mia before we get to that, maybe are there any tips other than because my brain is going right now, any tips that the listeners that don't have access to you right now but will have access to your services before we end this podcast in a little bit?
Yes.
Is there any what would you suggest is it maintaining a positive, what can you say, basic 101 skills, like to start training our body to be prepared for your services, to get them out of this fault? Like, what is there any do you give any homework
Yes.
assignments? What
Yes.
can we do just right off the top from this podcast? When you end this podcast, guys, I want you to do this. Tell us about that briefly, then we can go into providing you your access numbers. Okay.
Go on my website.
Yeah, plug it. Yes, go.
Go on my website in the resources tab. There is a spot where I list manifestation of mind-body syndrome. If you have pain that you think could be related to that, or you don't know, go there. Check the list out.
What's your website, Mia? Let me
hit the website.
I'm gonna type it in.
And we'll plug it in.
MiaKhalilCoaching.com.
Mia.
That's
MiaKhalil.
Yeah.
Yes.
KHALIL. Coaching.
In one word.
.com.
Yes.
Boom.
Then there is another tab where you could do your self-diagnosis. So I ask questions, you go through the questionnaire, there's a lot of things that could show you that what you have is related to the mind-body syndrome.
Perfect.
So whether it's inconsistencies, whether it's like anything that's on both sides of the body, so you start having mirror pain, anything, there is a lot of ways you could check the list and see and self-diagnose. There are short videos there that I put there that you could learn about the mind-body syndrome, how it manifests, what you could start doing. So once you have the knowledge, once you think you agree that what I have is the mind-body syndrome, this is energetic permission. You're giving your body permission to release. Wow, so maybe you didn't know. My case was I did not know this was all emotional things going on, programming, past traumas. I didn't know about. Yeah. So I was maintaining the syndrome, not because I wanted to, but because I believed the specialists, the doctors, and I'm not saying doctors are there to get you, but some doctors are not aware of this. This is a whole new science. The neuroscience is a new science to treat chronic pain. So if you believe that your pain might fit this category, the first step to do is to stop fearing, to start exposing yourself. So graded exposure to what you stopped doing. So if you stopped walking, start walking. And calibrate on fear, guys. Don't calibrate on
Yeah.
pain.
Wow.
How
So
long can
I always, I always say, feel the fear, do it anyway, or let your fear guide you, not hide you. So I mean,
like
it
that.
absolutely.
I like that.
calibrate on fear? Meaning, little fear is okay. When you start to feel crippled by fear, stop, because you're not rehabbing your body. You're rehabbing your brain.
Brain.
You are breaking a habit of pain. You do it, just you break any habit. You start slow, increments, safety messages. Believe in your body's ability to heal. Empower yourself. There are books if you want to read. You can talk to me. There are a lot of coaches out there now with training on chronic pain. There are a lot of podcasts. There are a lot of, on my website I list websites, programs. There's a lot of things. If we have enough people, I can have group. I could talk to groups. So if people
Awesome.
want to reach out to me, and if I can make a group talk, I would. I would do Q&A. I would. One-on-one could be a little more pricey, but if money is not an issue for you, please, by any means, listen. You could start to feel better within a few weeks. So think about the money you're saving also in medication, in treatments, in prescriptions, in injections, in physical therapy, chiropractor, you name it, right?
Love it.
Think about your future, think about your well-being, and empower yourself to take that step, cross that bridge for you.
Great.
We all deserve it.
Listen,
Yeah.
guys, like I said, we have to bring Mia back. We're going to bring her back with some testimonies that you guys are going to provide for us, because each and every one of you are going to reach out to this lovely young lady about her services. If this hasn't sparked your interest and hasn't got you pumped up and tired of being tired and tired of having pains and tired of having pity parties, I don't mean that in a derogatory way, because you become desperate. And if that's you, and if there's something that you feel that maybe isn't as chronic and as painful, and you want to get ahead of it, I think Mia's program is going to teach all of us that we can take something away from this. Not just about having chronic pain. I think about maximizing my performance in life. I feel like these policies and these procedures and mindsets that Mia can teach us, without question. I think Mia is going to have to be a regular guest on this podcast, because I
Yeah.
see it, Danny.
Yeah.
It's right up Danny's alley. It's right up my alley. I don't want to cut her off, but I want to make sure that we plug. It's MIAKHALIL coaching.com. We're going to provide it. I'm going to repost it on my social media. Mia, is your social medias are also Mia Khalil? Is that where we can find
Yes.
them? We'll share those in Danny and myself would share those as well. And I know the feedback from guys internationally. Mia can provide her service for you via online, I'm sure via the Skypes or whatever you're using, Zooms. And I think you're doing yourself an injustice by not at least reaching out to her. Listen, she's a professional. As you can see, she speaks perfectly when it comes to being on our level and being even taking us to the next level of our intellect. And that's important to train our brain. Okay. So I learned, I was writing notes down, and I'm going to have to follow up with Mia on these as well on myself. So if you're not in the New York area and you want to reach out to Mia, she can, Mia, do you want to provide your email? Should we do your email?
My email? Yeah.
What is your email, Mia?
Mia@miakhalil.com.
Okay, Mia at Mia Khalil, KHALIL.com. I'll make sure we plug that in the comments as well. And we're going to get some good follow-up this. All right, Mia? So I don't want to cut Mia off. I know Danny's got to
say it again. Mia Khalil at Mia Khalil.
It's Mia. It's MIA at Mia.
It's Mia at Mia Khalil
Oh,
Coaching.
okay.
Mia at Mia Khalil Coaching.
Mia at Mia.
And if people go to my website, they can reach out from there.
Perfect.
Even if you guys need help for just an assessment, even if you need me to help you determine, is this it? Is this not it? Is this half it? Is there a part there that is related to this? I could just do that.
Excellent.
That would be wonderful too. And Danny, what a pleasure, because honestly, your mindset is
Big
gold
time.
for that.
Awesome.
It's
Thank you.
gold.
Big
Thank
time.
you.
Uh,
So Danny, like I said, guys, I can go on. I know Danny's got to go. We have to have Mia back on. We want to get her back with some of
Definitely.
your testimonies from people that reached out to her for her services. And check her website again, Mia Khalil Coaching, MIAKHALIL coaching.com. Snoop around her website. You can reach out to all her social medias on there as well. And we want to make sure we provide a good service that can get you out of this pain, guys. There's no reason to live with this pain. Danny, what do you got for us to close us out?
I'm blown away. Like I love it.
Thank
I
you, Mia.
love that I can connect what I know with that, so I can
Big time.
understand it better. So definitely, if y'all are, like my cousin come in and she was like, "Oh my God, this is me," So I'm like, keep listening, reach out to her, that kind of thing. So definitely, we need to have you back. It was very, very informational, very inspiring, very I think gave a lot of hope to people that are in chronic pain.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of times doctors are like, you ain't got nothing. Take some ibuprofen and go take a nap. You know what I'm saying? So like, but or like you said, our pain is real. Sometimes we bring that on because of our thought, our mind connection, but that doesn't mean that the pain that we're feeling isn't real. But there's a way to stop that pain.
yes.
So and that belongs with the mind body, connection. Stop telling yourself that you're in pain and start telling yourself that you're fine.
I love it.
Manifest, talk out, speak out what you want. And I'm a big firm believer in that. So that's why I love this, because I'm connecting with that.
This is all you, Danny. This is all you, Danny.
Yeah, right. You speak about what you bring about. You know what I mean? Like that's why, like earlier when I said like I was having a shitty ass morning, and I'm just like, nope. God is challenging me. I'm going to rise to the challenge. I'm going to get this. I and when I'm hit with that, I start saying 3 things that I'm grateful for. I have to change that mindset, or you're going to keep bringing that stuff back to you. And I don't want that energy. I don't want that negative energy. I don't want that frustration in that mindset. You know what I mean? It wasn't bringing me pain, but it was bringing me aggravation. It was putting me in a mood, and I'm just like, what do you want? You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to be that way. You know what I mean? So it's like I talk to myself and I'm like, no, I'm gonna, 3 things that I'm grateful for, and thank you. I mean, I have my still gratitude rock in my pocket, where if I don't think that I have anything to be grateful for or thankful for at that point in time, I rub this and say thank you until I find something. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's all about what you speak and what you bring back, So if y'all are in pain and ibuprofen ain't kicking it, then say some things that you're grateful for. Start spewing some happy joy liquid
Juice
sunshine things.
Find something you love and do it.
Mia,
Find something you love and do it.
Mia, close us out with a word, please, and then we'll get the music going, and we'll put all your information up so people can reach out to you. All right, this was amazing.
Yes,
I'm really happy and honored to have you on. Go ahead, Mia, take it away.
Empower yourself, find safety in your body, and nothing will stop you. You will not be controllable. You will be on top of the world.
I love it, guys. If that doesn't inspire you, I don't know, man. You might want to go to the Fuddy Duddy podcast platform, because this is Mia. Thank you so much. I really can't thank you enough, right, guys? I know you guys loved it. All right, let's post up her stuff. Let's share this to your pages. This is something that somebody in your family or friends needs to hear. Okay, they need to hear the word that was mentioned today, and we all learned something about MBS and also about the NLP, neuro linguistic programming. Yeah, you got it. All right. Thank you, Mia. Good job, everybody. We'll see you soon on the next
broadcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Feel good. Come on, feel good. All right, guys. We got to go. Take care.